The first thing I see is how wet it is under here. Like around the perimeter footing, there's a lot of moisture and a lot of the insulation appears to be falling down. It's a fairly low crawl space as well. The girder is going left to right if you're in the front of the house. There's a cat over there looking at me. So we're gonna get under here and see what's going on right there around that area of concern. So the first thing I see is here, if you were standing in the house, in front of the house, this would be the front right corner. You can see that it's been very wet at times, and you can see the water line up here on the wall. That's telling me that we're getting water in here around the edge of the footing. That moisture in here is most likely what's causing a lot of the issues. I'm gonna, around on the other side where the insulation has fell down, I'm gonna inspect behind it, see if we have mold growth, because I'm nervous that this insulation may be holding a lot of moisture and creating the issues that we're seeing in the sagging of the floor on the main level there around those stairs. The other thing that I can cause attention right off the bat is that those stairs are right here in the midspan. One thing I noticed really quickly is how far apart these columns are. Typically you want these columns to be 8 feet apart, and they're much further apart than that. You've got 4 appears to be 2x10s put together to make the main center girder, but you can see right there that they are joined. I can crawl over there. They're joined right here, and you can see where they're sagging down. So we definitely need another support in between these two, and most likely, I mean, there's no sag from there to there. That's nice and firm. Most likely the other joint is right there on the next one. I'm going to check that. Yeah, I see it. So where the other joint is, there's going to be sag as well, and that's right there in the middle of the house. So in order to come in and stabilize the sagging that we're experiencing, we're going to need to add a support right here in the middle between this and that support, and then another one right down there. That's going to help support these main girders. But then the other sagging that we're seeing is out here on the midspan, and this midspan is just too far for moist, wet wood to span. It's just getting wet and sagging, and you can see the water line all over there on those blocks. The moisture is really not doing us any favors under here. Now I can see right up there, there's a spot where the insulation is missing. I'm going to go down there and look and see if there's any microbial growth there. Oh yeah. Okay, so you see where that insulation is missing. You can see how dry rotted and compromised the bottom side of the subfloor is. We got big patches of mold there. So, you know, if we were really going to do this right, what we would do is we would tear all this insulation out. We would come in and properly treat the mold. And you see how rusty the bottom of these nails are, and how they're just compromised. Let me see if I can reach up in there. Well, I can't reach it, but that nail is just completely compromised and rusted up from the moisture. Now what's happening is we're holding so much humidity in this crawl space, and then we're running air conditioning. There's gaps around the insulation, allowing that hot humid air to get up to the subfloor. The subfloor is condensing that into moisture, and then that's what's dry rotting and growing the mold on the underside of the plywood. So just a very common issue that we have with crawl space homes. I'm gonna see if I can poke my head up right here and see if it's the same. We got a tiny leak around this pipe. See that? That's a pressure water pipe with a tiny leak, and mold in that one as well. So we need a plumber to fix that little drip. It's not much of nothing. It's just a tiny drip. But we still need to fix it. Alright. I'm going to ease out of here. Can't really see the joist because of the... I dropped my phone. Yep, sure did. Alright. I'm going to get over there and see if I can see the subfloor there too. I don't know if I can get to that. Oh, I can get to that. That's where I'm going to go. Oh yeah. Got a lot of microbial growth behind the insulation. So yeah, you see it up in there too. It's like mice been coming through there. Some kind of little varmint. It's getting a little low for a fat boy. Yeah, mice been getting in there. Oh yeah, microbial growth behind all of them.